What are you doing?
I was just drinking water.
Maryam, it's Earth Day. We need to recognize how important it is to preserve our planet for the generations to come and not leave it in ruins. Why are you drinking out of a single-use plastic bottle?
A hydro flask is way too embarrassing for me, Amish.
How about you take this APN-themed water bottle? It's reusable.
Oh my god, this is so sick. Thank you, Amish.
What can I say? I'm an environmentalist. That's why I reduced my shower time to 55 minutes.
Amish, that's kind of contradictory.
Anyways, it's about time to start the show. I'm Amish.
And I'm Maryam. Welcome to Apache News, Show 26. With increased feelings of anxiety circulating across our school, especially with AP exams around the corner, Emily Suñez, the author of The Healing Journal, Guided Prompts and Inspiration for Life with Illness, understands the need for journaling, affirmations, and creativity for one's inner healing. Join her on April 28th at lunch in the library for this interactive guided experience, where she will also be giving free copies of her newly published journal. Hope to see you there.
On this big green rock floating through space we call Earth, it's easy for us to get caught up in our daily activities and forget to take the time to appreciate and care for our very own planet. As today's Earth Day, Rahul is here to let us know what we can do to make a positive impact on the future of our Earth.
Every year, on this very day, more than 1 billion people worldwide come together to partake in activities to make our world a happier place. Ever since 1970, which is the first recorded Earth Day, many people participate in activities such as picking up trash, planting trees, recycling, and other green projects. Let's go see what our very own Evergreen Club is doing on this significant day.
Evergreen had an informational meeting about Earth Day, and then after we played a Jeopardy game with prizes. This is a fun and engaging way for members to be involved about Earth Day. For our following meeting, we will be making bottle terrariums out of our old plastic bottles.
If you would like to participate in some Earth Day activities, Cree people will be working on restoring Cheeseboro Canyon in the Santa Monica Mountains, following the damage caused by the Woolsey Fire in 2018. If you're unable to participate directly, don't worry, because you can donate to any of the environmental organizations out there.
So Evergreen Club, we partner with an organization called Amigos de los Rios. So they help around the community in like local middle schools and elementary schools, and they basically garden around the area. So it just provides the greenery and makes people more environmentally aware. So it's a great way for Earth Day especially, for people to learn about their environment and know how to be more sustainable.
Even though Earth Day is limited to just a day, let's try our best to keep our environment healthy all year round. This has been Rahul, back to the anchors in the studio.
Music Makes Miracles, a club on campus inspiring students to make a difference through music, is holding their spring concert, donating all proceeds to save children of Ukraine. If interested, tickets are $5 at 7 p.m. in the AHS Black Box Theater. See you there.
As California experiences the 22nd consecutive year of drought, future projections of the situation only seem to be worsening. Here's Eaton with more on the crisis and what you can do to help.
A lot of us have been hearing that California's been in a drought since literally the day we've been born, so a lot of us might not know the true effects and severity of the drought. According to the National Integrated Drought Information System, 95% of California is categorized to be in a severe drought.
With a drought, then you've also got your soil becoming less fertile, which means it's just less able to support different crops. And then what happens is a lot of people who are really dependent on certain crops or certain vegetables and stuff to survive may be put at risk of starvation or just extreme hunger.
The origins of this drought start from global warming, which has melted the Sierra snowpack that would usually supply 1/3 of the state's water when it melts into summer.
We're supposed to have a Mediterranean climate, so that means that during the summers it's usually dry, and then during the winters we get rain. But because of climate change, these things get more severe. And all of these things kind of come together and they evaporate lakes. So we don't have those as water sources anymore.
Now some of you might be wondering what we can do to combat this drought. Well, I've got the answers.
Tell people about it and kind of spread awareness about it. Take shorter showers.
According to the 2016 End Uses Water Supply Study, each minute in a shower takes about 2.1 gallons. So let's ask around APN to see how many gallons of water our members use whenever taking a shower.
5 minutes.
10 minutes.
15 minutes.
7.
10.
7 minutes exactly.
45 minutes.
20 minutes.
An hour.
10 minutes. 15.
30 minutes.
APN alone uses about 491 gallons a night just for showering. So let's all combat this crisis by reducing our water usage and staying informed. This has been Ethan. Back to the anchors.
At the end of a recent Olympiad competition, Arcadia High School placed first place overall in the Southern California section. Additionally, two Apaches, Daniel Zhang and Sonia Zhang, were also recognized in the top 20 of the region. Let's take a moment to congratulate them for representing Arcadia High School in the International Chemistry Olympiad competition happening on April 30th. Good luck.
Are you looking for a hotspot to hang out with friends and just chill? The Gender Sexuality Alliance Club is hosting their ice cream social where you can eat ice cream sandwiches, popsicles, and express yourself through making pride bracelets. The event takes place today after school at 4 p.m. in the Rally Court.
After last week's half-baked attempt to review Eaton Canyon Trail ended with a reporter getting lost, we decided to double down and try again. Here's a good ending to last week's 66 Spaces.
Here we are in Eaton Canyon, for real this time, to cover the Eaton Canyon Falls Trail.
We set out to the Eaton Canyon trailhead on a Tuesday afternoon. It felt pretty crowded for a weekday, which, according to one of the hikers, is actually pretty commonplace. We eventually found parking about halfway into the parking lot and set out towards the trailhead. We finally set foot on the trail itself at about 4:13 p.m. and made our first of many crossings of the riverbed only a few minutes later. The trail stays pretty flat and wide for the majority of the trek, while still providing very scenic surroundings. Eventually you'll pass under the Chuck Ballard Memorial Bridge, which marks the halfway point of the Eaton Canyon Falls Trail. By now, the previously dried up riverbed had begun to look like an actual river. The trail up to this point had been pretty mild in terms of intensity, but the difficulty certainly begins to rise as we begin to close in on the waterfall. We crossed the river several more times and had to carefully make our way over increasingly rocky terrain. At about 5:28 p.m., the sounds of rushing water grew louder in intensity, and as we reached the crest of the hill, it took us a little over an hour that day to finally reach the waterfall, not to mention all the time spent last week. The cool, flowing waters of the Eaton Canyon Falls represented more than just the end of the trail. It represented victory.
Last week's botched attempt to cover this trail just made the view of that waterfall all the more satisfying. This has been Rocco, finishing up 66 Spaces hiking. Back to you people in the studio.
Maryam, that trail looks so fun, and it's Earth Day, so I think we should go on a hike. That would be so fun.
Yes, I have such a good hiking playlist too.
Well, what's it called?
Trail Mix.
Oh my god. Sick.
Yeah. I always dance to that playlist.
Speaking of dance, Orchesis Company presents its Maze of Memories charity dance show. Let's see a sneak peek of what this event has to offer.
Advanced Theater's talented production of Mamma Mia was one not to be missed. For those of you who are interested in reliving the experience, APN is producing recorded copies of their work. DVDs are available for pre-order for $25 or Blu-ray for $35, and payments are accepted in cash or check. And DVDs of previous productions are also available, so you can get yourself a copy of Les Mis, Beauty and the Beast, Peter and the Starcatcher, and more by dropping by A102 at lunch.
Maryam, I am the messiah of sports, and trust me when I say that our teams are actually amazing.
Amish, try and tell me one thing about a swim meet.
I didn't say I was an expert.
Exactly, but there is someone in studio who can tell us about our swim and softball teams. Hey Giselle, in what direction does a chicken swim?
Clockwise. Speaking of the pool, our swim team has been unstoppable this season. This past Wednesday, they held an electrifying dual meet against our crosstown rivals, the Crescenta Valley Falcons. Let's just say our swim team was able to cage the Falcon. Coming into the meet, our swimmers were looking forward to maintaining their undefeated record and clinching the league championships in their last dual meet of the year, and that's exactly what they did. Saving the best for last, the CV meet definitely came with high expectations for both teams. Earlier in the season, Crescenta Valley placed first over Arcadia in the league relays. These teams both have history with each other, with CV winning consecutively since 2017 against our varsity boys and 2009 against our varsity girls. Looking to end that streak once and for all, the motivation to come out with a W was through the roof. After thrilling individual events and relay events, Arcadia finished with a three-way victory in the varsity boys, varsity girls, and JV boys team. We wish our fellow Apaches the best of luck at league prelims and league finals. On the field, our softball team has been having one of the best seasons in program history. One of their 2 league losses came from Burroughs, but our Lady Apaches did not disappoint when they got the chance to play them again yesterday. It was an intense game all the way till the final out, but it wasn't the cleanest game on either side. The Bears started off strong, scoring 1 in their first at-bats, but our Apaches took advantage of their errors and took a 4-1 lead by the bottom of the first. The early trail did not faze Burroughs as they continued to put runs up on the board, once closing the deficit down to 2 runs. Junior pitcher Tiara Westbrook was stellar through 7, producing tons of weak ground balls. While our defense was not as sharp as usual, our bats were alive and the girls were constantly putting the ball in play. Junior Amaya Ennis went 2 for 3 with a hit by pitch, and Junior Giselle Lai also went 2 for 3 with a walk. It was definitely an exciting game and finished with a final score of 7-5. And to top it all off, boys tennis beat CV 11-7, baseball lost 8-1 to Pasadena, and softball lost 8-6 to CV on Tuesday. On Wednesday, badminton beat Mark Keppel 18-3, boys volleyball beat Pasadena 3-0. On Thursday, boys tennis beat Burbank 12-6, and today our baseball team will play here at 3:30 against Pasadena, and our boys volleyball team will play here at 6 o'clock against CV. Tune into our live stream tonight, and good luck, Apaches. An extra shout out to badminton for winning their 5th straight Almond League Championship title after beating South Pasadena 20-2. They'll face Mayfield and Loyola next Tuesday here at 3:15. That's all for this week's Apache Sports. Back to Amish and Maryam at the anchor's desk.
Now we'd like to spend a moment to give a few of our fundraiser supporters a shout out.
Thank you guys for supporting our program. Ashutosh Singh, Neeraj Kumar, Chitu Prasanna, Joseph Raum, George Raum, Coach Clements, Kurt Cotters, Pankaj Kumar, Eric Tu, and Milder J. Aroliga.
Amish, can't we just switch from Fahrenheit to Celsius here in the States to fix climate change? We'll have lower temps.
Are you serious?
Anyways, Apaches, be sure to follow our social medias in the link down below. This has been Maryam.
And Amish. See you next week, Apaches.